A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers.
Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Got the first himself. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And the Panthers are on the move. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
They'll try the run. Makes him talk to the hand. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Knight. Caught near the sticks, it's Messer. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Never seems to take the big hit, finds enough room to get to the 29. Hit right back to the line. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Shoot, quick toss to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Sends it back in motion. On the move. There he goes. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught behind the line. It's Auburn. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Auburn trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Turning it on. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by 7 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you got to get a stop. You got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Down in the quarter as they come to the line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Number 38.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Waste of time.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Bully ball on 3rd and short. stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. It's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Then pushing the pace. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught in the backfield, it's White. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
No, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope, steps out of bounds.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ball. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Tight end now in motion. The give to the lone running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Quarterback adapted. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Starts to scramble to the left. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Auburn! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if there's anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 7 over Utah State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Quarterback now breaking the field. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Stepping to the right. Takes a hit as he fires. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Lets it go. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease
chasing that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Holstein. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to throw. It's Knight. Still looking on the move. He'll throw it. The short hands. It's Odom. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And this one is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the air. It's Knight. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to try to get it himself. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Extending the play. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Bring in the heat. He turns it loose to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Holstein. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the 1st down. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, coming out in the 2nd half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Brings it down on the right side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
I got to feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver.